They they told us it was used for rope. All right. Now I need to go here, go back there, close that one, go there, and pull that back up. Let's. Stu's the first one back in. And start co-op. Yeah. What happened to the stream? Game crashed. Form Foxtrot. Golf Tango Romeo. All right. So now we go back here. And see chat. Yeah. Stu says, happens to you all the time. I've had it happen because of the game crash like twice. But one time I think it was my own fault that the game crashed. We were trying to haul a long pipe through a tunnel with it sideways instead of lengthwise. And the tunnel didn't like that because it did it to me. Then Rio tried it and it did it to him. All right, nice. When we tried hauling that pipe through in Alaska. All right, so at least it saved after I opened the gateway, and before I left the reservoir. Power internet outages. I have had a few problems with the internet killing my streams. All right, let's try this trick again. Number one groupie. Yeah, I got to change mine over too, because back over to the service thing. Strength and spare parts. Now on the bright side, You've already got this one log out of the way, so I can drive right down that road now. Haha. um, Unplanned work. Yeah, unplanned work. Removing fallen trees from the roads. Yeah, the little... Yeah, it's like a resort. If we get somebody pick them logs up out of the middle of the road over there, it'd be great. It's funny the other day when MJ commented, about going somewhere and going, yeah, well, Het probably already knows where there's a shortcut right here. I'm like, you just passed it. Yeah. I told the guy at work and stuff, I said, yeah, them guys have been calling me the shortcut king here lately because I seem to find them all. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you just come up with a random subject. Stay away from religion and politics, and you're good. Because those are the two things that are going to cause an argument, no matter what you do. Yeah. Yeah, it's gotten ridiculous. Really? I'm not close enough to grab that one? There we go. Nice. $20.25. 25. Bye, Felicia. By school welcome vacations. You got a little ways to go before the vacation pops up. Can't hardly hear you, Rio. Not currently. I'm heading over to pick up the medium planks for strength and spare parts, because that's got to get done before we can do the other landslide on the other map. Most players here are 50 plus years old. Yep, you got that right there, JL. Yeah, I will be 54 on the 24th of next month. Most people that see me move think I'm younger than that. I'm the guy at the shop that when we need to check and see what engines we have on the storage racks, you know, like the big warehouse storage racks, I just scale the rack, latch hold of it, and climb right up. RXY, 21, out of school. Nice. Happy early birthday. Well, thank you, Stu. So, Rio, before the game crashed, did you get those medium logs delivered? So that means I can get a truck staged to pick them up, but I don't have any to pick up, huh? Operating a wrecker at 20 and excavator at 21? Nice. I have operated a road grader, a big Michigan loader, a bulldozer, but I have not yet operated an excavator. I did a backhoe, which is kind of close to an excavator. All right. Uh-huh. Yeah, I worked for a landscaping nursery before, and kind of a funny story. We had this one customer. They were really rude every time they'd come in there. And the boss was telling me one day, he said, man, I wish these guys would just stop coming here and buying stuff. He says, they are so annoying, just rude every time they come. And I looked at him and said, do you really wish they'd quit? Because I can make them quit. He said, yeah, I do. Well, they show up with this pickup truck and want 2 yards of topsoil loaded in their pickup truck. Or it was bark. I took the loader, scooped it up, had that bucket as high up as I could get, and just dumped it into the back of their truck, blew the shocks out of their truck. Blew the suspension right out of it. They never came back. everything mentioned, but the road grader was only around the lot and in the garage for maintenance. Picks changing the tires and sitting inside the tires. Yeah. Where's that at? I gotta find me a truck to go get some medium logs with. Alright, have I got... That's that one. Nope. So that's right. Never pull a trailer behind that. I'm not sure I want to know what you're doing over there, Rio. Wrong button. Trailer store. All right, well, I need you to make a hole. I might be able to squeeze through here. Hang on. All right. Unplanned work. Great. Getting to important places should be much easier now. 870 XP, 9,750 cash. Nice. Because you don't have all the wheels on there. You've got to have both the back wheels and the tongue wheel on the trailer. I know, how dare them want you to have something remotely resembling reality. Oh, let me pull the... Not that one. There. Strength spare parts. Start tracking. Well, Ian, you're kind of in the same general direction. Feel like going with me for a little logging trip here? Just in case I need help getting back out of there. Because I got the double trailer. That way, if I need somebody to winch on coming back out. Yes. The other things that contract, besides the medium planks, it needs service spare parts and times 2, vehicle spare parts times 3. course, unfortunately, you only get vehicle spare parts in one location. I mean, come on, Rio. People have set that trailer on the roof of their truck and packed it. If you can't get it on that 8-slot trailer and pack it, there's something seriously wrong. Was that all it was a step deck? Looked like an 8-slot from the angle I was at. You did at least put it up on the deck part, right? Where you can't put cargo? Right, but if you don't have that perfect, it's going to take up 2 slots. Okay. It's a heavy trailer? Yeah. It's got a good truck pull on it, though. Talking about your ex again, are we? Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, I am approaching the gateway. Get that from time to time. Free Willy. Yeah. No, I'm out of the box whenever you come through. And Sam woke up from his nap, right back to the bone. He's determined. Oh yeah, you're not far behind me. I just stopped at the fuel trailer here. Just pulled away from that. Absolutely. Double logging trailer drifting around the corner. Truck's on one angle, first part of the trailer is on another angle, back part of the trailer is on yet another angle. And are you on your side or upright? Yeah, I anticipate this being a fairly heavy load to come back out with. Ads? What are you watching that you're getting? Ads? Uh-oh. Oh, all right, hang on. I got a attacher right here. I'll come yank you off with. Yeah, you catch them guardrails just right. They slide right between your wheels, and you're done. You were well up on that thing. Yeah. Gotta head out. Give it a go later. Get some things done. All right. We'll catch you later, Stu. Thanks for stopping in. Should be any minute now, JL, that he gets here. He said it'd be around 10 p.m. UK time. That's pretty much right where we're at now. Really caught a tree in the water. Thomas Doherty, hello. Was it a gas tank or a fuel tank? All right, good timing. Just got loaded. Right around by the little shack over here. Hang a left. You can probably see my tire tracks. Yep. Just don't go down the hill too fast. It'll nosedive into the mud puddle. Serious awkward silence. We're trying not to lose a couple of loads worth of logs. Because the crane that I have on board is not a logging crane. All right. Yeah. Clear all the useless trees out of the way. I'll grab onto you. There we go. Just had to get them wheels over them rocks. All right, we should be good now. Uh-oh. Oh, the direction you're facing. It's all right. We'll take the Tatcher over there. That way we ain't got to mess with the log truck. Yeah, the worst thing is the direction you're facing is. I wonder if I can get a hold of the back of you, I can swing you around, and then I can use the other truck to. There we go. Now I can use the FLD to get you back on your wheels. But let me get this guy out of the way so we can get out of here once we do. All right, there you go. Yeah, I caught that rock right there behind you. Didn't help. That'll learn you. Yeah, stay away from the rocks. I'm telling you. Look at all the potholes you put in the ground. Well, fortunately, right now, Ian, the other people can't hear you right now because I don't have that set up. So, oh yeah, but yeah, they don't run the game chat through it. Yeah, I'll have to run it through a what do they call them? Capture card. Run run the game through the capture card to get it into the laptop, and then run Discord through the laptop and OBS or Streamlabs or one of those. Which I'm still, I've talked to a couple of different people to try to figure out what's better to use, OBS or Streamlabs. And from what I'm hearing, they're both about the same as far as reliability. Because you don't want something that's going to keep dropping out on you all the time and stuff like that either. Still, want to swing by, smash the like button for the amazing drivers? Well, thank you, sir. We appreciate that. I don't know if our skill set showing today quite rates us at amazing, but well, then I'm blaming the game crash on you. Yeah, guys, Rio's blaming, it's taking credit for not flipping, so it's his fault that the game crashed. Oh, use OBS for streaming portion and Streamlabs for your moderation. So you're kind of running both of them at the same time? don't you stop trying to chew on me? I'm not a snack. Right there. I would think you've been chewing on that all day. How do you have any use to chew in your jaw left? It's amazing. You'd think by now, after all these hours of chewing on that thing, that his jaw would be too sore to chew on my arm. Oh, he needs to go outside. Let me bring this truck to a gentle stop so I don't jackknife it and let him out. Okay, I'm back. Let me just say, Streamlabs handles the chat, games, and alerts and points them all to OBS where everything comes together. Okay. That's what it's there for. There's like 12 or 18 bundles of it there. So, Steel, are you using like two different computers to do that, or you got your Streamlabs and OBS on the same PC? Oh yeah, you bet. I'll hit you up if I need to. Same computer. Two monitors. All right. OBS is on one screen, games on primary. Almost missed my turn. Seems like it was a couple of months ago I had a similar situation where I had YouTube was having some issues one night, and the next day I had game crashes, or vice versa. You just get thinking, I got it all sorted out. Won't have to split my streams or any of that, and something crazy happens. Secondaries running background music, Discord, YouTube, window, and the stream, and OBS. I'll just alt tab to the different windows. Okay. All right, Real. Go get a drink. Stay away from the Bud Light. That's what you get for cheating on Stella. Actually, a computer guy in real life. I geek out on these things. Nice. I did years and years and years. I mean, it's probably 20 years ago. I had built my own game setup. And then when it started to go bad, I decided I'd replace it. So I just kind of got lazy about it, and because I already had a good graphics card, I ordered one from Dell, and I told them when I ordered it, I said I already have a graphics card. I said it's an AGP graphics card, so I don't need you guys to include that. So they send me a computer with no AGP slots. I was like, really? So I had to turn around and go out and buy a whole new. Ended up buying a new motherboard and everything for it in the end, because what they sent me didn't work with any of what I already had. All right, I just seen the notification. There he is. Yeah, Steve just popped in. There he is. Hello, hello. Yeah, he's in the garage and he popped into Discord, but I have not heard him yet. Unmute your mic, Steve. He's got us muted and his mic's muted, and he's going, God, I can't believe these guys aren't talking to me. Yeah, we got you now. Oh, now he's gone. Jumping into Michigan to do some logging. Keep the rubber on the ground. Well, no promises. Back again. As- Currently, I'm dropping off a couple loads of medium logs to the sawmill so we can get this strength and spare parts contract done. Where I have a truck there staged ready to pick up the planks once that's loaded. So we need to go after the service spare parts and the vehicle spare parts. Yep. Nah, I don't have a log in my windscreen. uh, I'm not sure what Rio's up to. Okay. So, yeah. So, Steve, if you want to go after the parts, yes. Um, Hang on. I think there's. Yeah. Oh, what do we got out here? I can. I think that's got a crane on there. I think that's Rio's crane. Let me. Yeah. Let me jump in the garage here real quick, and I'll grab something out. I want to make sure it's something that's going to get through everything. Yep, definitely got to do that. Yeah. All right, Steve, I got your Brigadier sitting over at the garage. Get out of this mud, I'll bring the time of day back around. She's going so far. So I like the FLD. Even with the basic engine and basic gearbox. Yeah. That's exactly the way we went. I mean, we got medium logs, but it's the double logging trailer. Yep. You've got to think about where the back needs to go and know that the center section has to do exactly the opposite of what you want the back to do. Uh-huh. Back when I worked at the nursery, it was total by accident. I managed to back tandem hay wagons around a corner. And it was one of those things where I just didn't think about it, you know. I knew, okay, I've got to do this, so I just did it. And all right. Oh, wow. Sounds like it. We had one soldier in my National Guard unit that everybody kept from the day she got there, right out of basic and AIT. Nobody would ever give her a chance. Or, well, she's stupid. She can't do it, you know. And when we got ready to we had a special training we had to go to, and when we were getting ready to do that, they asked me if I would take her and teach her to drive all the trucks we had. By the time we got back from that training, she was the second best driver we had in the unit. And I'd make so many people mad because I would kick them out of their trucks when they couldn't back a trailer in and put her in it, and she'd pop it in one go. And they'd be so mad because these were the same people that were clipping on her before. She can't do it. Uh-huh. Of course. That's why they had me train people. All right. Load. Medium planks. One there, and one in the trailer. All right. Got the medium planks ready to roll. No. Was it a service trailer? It was a scout service trailer, wasn't it? Oh, yeah, I think it's one of the ones that, the maintenance trailer there, or was it one of the service trailers over at the east side of the dam? Right. Strength, yeah. Yeah, it's one of the service trailers. All right, cool. I was just thinking to myself, man, it seems like this Western Star normally does better going across this terrain. And I look, I don't even have the all-wheel drive turned on. It just plodded right along. You know, tires are spinning every so often, but Uh-huh. Yeah. This other guy watched, he just started playing Snowrunner, but he got into the mods right away, and he was driving a 73210 that, like, the suspension had 64,000 out of 640 available hit points for the damage. Yeah, I seen the level, and that was my first thought too. Was, oh, that's got to be an AGL. Then he's still working in Michigan. He's doing timber for the locals, but he had the wrong thing pulled up on his screen. So he's driving clear to Drummond Island with a load of long logs, and halfway up the mountain, I'm like, you know, you got the wrong thing pulled up on your screen, right? He goes, oh, I do. And so then he pulls it up, and of course it says Black River for a delivery point, which is where he picked them all up at. So he had to drive clear to the top of the mountain to turn around so he could go back down and go back to Black River. Oh, yeah. Or we have the right thing picked on the screen, but we pick up the wrong thing because it looks just like the other one. Like me with the oil and the fuel. I keep thinking, man, as well as these things pay out, my dollar amount's not going up. But the capability of my trucks is because as I'm pulling trucks out, you know, that I haven't used, I'm outfitting them, and so it's like, yeah, the dollar amount's not going up, but capability of what I have in my garage is. Not gonna have much when you're got everything all out over the place. Now, um, where are you at currently? Um, well, the mastodon is over here. You can always grab that and go through that top gateway with it. Yeah. But yeah, you're welcome to jump over here and grab the mastodon. because it has the service add-on on there. So I take it you're all loaded then, Steve? All right. You'll probably hit that gateway just about the same time I'm hitting the gateway over here to jump into the mountains. Yeah, I first used that on what was that one Remo map? It was like two of them. It was Pine something or other, and you had to move them sequoias and stuff. And I used that Brigadier going up that mountain to get them sequoias, and I was like, "That's a great truck." Doesn't look like it'd be doing much, but yeah, strong little guy. You got one thing, Rio. When you jump into one of my trucks right now, you got to remember all they got is whatever gearbox comes with them for the most part. I mean, the Chimera's parked right up there by the gateway. It's got, yeah, I think that roof rack's only fuel on that roof rack. Nope, crocodiles only fuel. Your best bet for service spare parts is going to be the Mastodon. It's definitely a lot better than what it was. I mean, it's actually playable now. Sheesh. But I like to stall. And my shrink never said I was okay. That's right. In a room fitted out with all the pillows you can handle. It's fine. It's like couldn't even begin to tell you who did it. That one song. Those nice young men in their clean white coats, they're coming to take me away, haha, to the funny farm. Where life is good and the grass is green and the trees are beautiful, they're coming to take me away! I had a stepdad that had all that kind of stuff like that. Spike Jones records on 78s and so I'll bring something up and people look at me and they're like, "What are you talking about?" Be like, "You never heard of this?" Good old son, you're going to drive me to drinking if you don't stop driving that hot rod Lincoln. Which was the sequel to a song called Hot Rod Race, which was actually written by a different guy. See? Stick with us old folks and you'll learn all kinds of neat stuff. Me and this one guy that used to this guy that used to work for us, between he and I together, we were so full of useless trivia that we could have gone on Jeopardy or any of them shows and just taken it hands down. Of course, it's been so long since I've had anybody converse with about a lot of that I can't remember 90% of it anymore. Alright, about to drop off the medium planks. It'd be nice if you could scavenge the loose logs laying on the ground. I tried that in season 8 with the ones by that bridge. Picked them up, drove so far, and came to a screeching halt. Yeah. Okay. They're on holiday. I was like that with my daughter when she was little. If she didn't have school, I'd tell her, you stay up as late as you want, but if we have something to do, and you give me a problem about getting up and doing it, you won't be staying up late anymore. She never gave me any trouble about it, but she'd stay up all night long watching the Three Stooges. I'm like, you know, there's a lot worse programs she could have been watching during the middle of the night than the Three Stooges, so no complaints out of me. Guess there's some people that would have told me that was too violent for her to be watching, but alright, well, I'm getting about ready to come up and out of it, so I'm actually just entering it from this side. Alright. Can do that. Yeah. I did just go up the hill. What are you talking about, man? Sounds like driver error. All right. Well, actually, Steve, if you want to go grab that other truck and get the service trailer coming this way. All right. No. Entertainment value? Yeah. Yeah. Probably going to end up needing it that direction. Yeah, park it in logistics for now. That way when we can figure out where we got to have it. Did you not take the Mastodon over there? You know, if you took the Mastodon over there, you could have been there by now. Just throwing it out there, man. That would be present real. Boy, I tell you, that's one shortcut I'm glad I figured out, because even after you clear that tree out that's fallen, it's still way faster than going the other way. All right, stage complete coming up. I gotta let Sam in real quick. I am back. Yeah, bridge is easy to put down. Yeah. Yeah. You should be able to winch it. I love watching these things from the front and just watching it push through the mud. Uh-huh. Getting dark again. Almost 10 o'clock. All right. One watchtower left on this map. Yeah, we used that Thatcher to pull the Chimera back from over there. Yeah, it needed help getting up the hill, but it got through the water okay. Rescue. Okay, got all the upgrades on this map. One upgrade here. That's the one on top of there. Trying to see what upgrades I have left that I gotta grab. Looks like just the one on top of Eagle Mountain. So, we're going to go over here and grab a scout and go after that upgrade. Okay. It could probably definitely be used due to have that done now. Smooth sailing from there. Yeah. All right. Me and the little renegade are heading to get that last upgrade. Thank you, Primero. I like this little guy. Yep. You definitely have to pick your terrain. Rio, was it you that I had rescued when I introduced to you the trick with you pulling the winch? And I used this guy to pull your truck back up? I know it was in Smithfield Dam. All right. The next thing that I wanted to work on after that was the one clearing that route by the concrete plant. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Yep. Yeah. Yep. No, I don't think we do. It is parked on the side of the road there, just outside of the off the shortcut. Pretty much right at the turn where you would normally turn to go into the logging. Yeah, and there's plenty of medium planks. Yeah. Tell you though, as slow as this Jeep is compared to a lot of the other trucks, it seems like you're driving a lot further in this thing. Sam plops down next to me with his bone, digs his elbow right into the top of my foot. Gives me a dirty look when I move my foot. Say, no, you're hearing Sam crunching on his bone. Or trying to crunch on his bone. Yeah, when he carries it over, it lays right at my feet with it. Oh, he's done that before and nipped my toe a couple of times. You know, you find it hard not to get mad at them because they don't do it on purpose. But man, that hurts. All right, I got to make sure I drive a little slower through here so that I don't flip it. Because even though I have the autonomous winch on this thing, there's no winch points in this little spot. I hear somebody winching away around me. I don't know, everybody complains about these bridges. This Jeep fits it just fine. And Steve, I've got to say, thank you for putting the drawbridge down. Are you occupied, Rio, or you need something to do? All right. Oh, that's some deep mud. Nothing the little Renegade can't handle, though. Throw it low, throw the diff lock on. Alright, look, another promotion. Rank 22. Strength and spare parts. Thanks for your help. Everything has arrived on time and has already been put to good use. Your efficiency saved us from any delays, letting us get back to work as usual. You're a champ. 2,240 XP, 28,250 cash. Yeah, Eagle Rock. And I gotta drive up on top of it. Uh-huh. Well, don't drive over the guardrails. They're not very forgiving. Are they, Ian? That's like here in the U.S. they went to this stupid idea of putting these cable guardrails in the median on the highway. And, oh well, because it causes less damage to property. It's easier to fix if somebody hits it. Except for the number of people that have been decapitated because their car slid under that cable when they hit it. They thought, oh, you'll bounce off it. Not if you have a low-lying vehicle. And yep. All right. Upgrade. Engageable all-wheel drive. 4. The Hibbert. Which I still haven't found that truck. How did I not find that yet? Because that's over here on Muddy Route. No. I have not got Bill yet. Yes, he is. I think all I had to do for that one was tow it out. Yes. Yes, I do. All right. Yeah, I've got the perfect truck for towing that thing back. And I used a much smaller truck than this to tow this thing back. All right. Shift the auto trans by tapping the clutch. Yeah. You just got to spam the clutch button. I mean, who's that going to make mad? Making you miss this game? You'll have to play it again soon? There you go. Sounds good, Napoleon. Napoleon Bonaparte. Oh, well, it's already been activated, so somebody's been out here at some point in time. I would try to just spin the camera around and winch onto it while I'm moving, but I already know what's going to happen because there's that tree right next to it. It'll grab that tree before the truck. Ooh, that's a good idea. You talking about my Renegade? Sure, you can do that. That's all right. You don't drive that guy careful, you'll flip. get up here on some solid ground and take Steve's idea and go into tow truck mode. That's right. Too late. And you can't winch onto me because my winch is active. Sparky motive. Is this how the Gladiator was conceived? I have plenty of fuel right now for what I got to do. I got a roof rack and I got 69 gallons in my tank. All right. Have yourself a good evening. Arius World just subbed? Well, thank you. Appreciate it. I wonder why it feels it necessary to change a code when somebody leaves. Family's growing? Yes, it is. We got quite the family here. And again, for anybody that's interested or doesn't know, the weekly raffle will be starting again tomorrow through Thursday. Just join my Discord, type the word raffle on the raffle channel, you'll be entered. And on Friday is when the names are drawn, and Saturday we stream one of your game saves for 2.5 hours from 2 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Uh-oh. Oh, down the hill. Yeah, some of the shortcuts are one way. I think I can. I think I can. It's the little chimera that could. I know, but he should have stuck it on the other end where the road comes to a natural end. Yeah, I would have thought for sure that would have been where it was at, and then they stuck it on top of that mountain. Yeah, somebody said, watch this, this will be funny. Oh! And we'll make him pull a construction trailer up there to do it, too. You know, one of the nicest things about having a big dog is you get a good foot warmer. Toasty toes with your husky. Yeah, mine's a German Shepherd. Well, look, Steve just came in and gonna be coming right past where I'm about to come out at. You'll probably go by it before I actually get down there yet, but. Oh, you came through the northern gate, didn't you? Yeah. Ooh, getting dark again. I'm almost afraid to look and see what condition my Jeep is in. Well, at least at this point, I've managed to grab all the upgrades and all the trucks available here. Well, you got the one trailer that you left up by I think now that he's got this new big bone, I can probably get rid of the fake bone with the peanut butter and cheddar marrow in it. He's not been able to get through that thing anyhow. He ate the marrow that was out at the ends that he could reach, but he hasn't been able to get into the rest of it. But I'm driving this thing back to the garage. It goes to the the forest station. Uh-oh. Is that the typical Steve flipped over sign? All right. What map are you on? The mountains? Oh, okay. So, all right. All right. I am headed that direction to drop the billet off, and then I can zip around up there to. All right. some time. Be right back. All right. Diener. I just drove past that trailer. Come hither, sir. We are the knights who say nick and bring us a strawberry. All right. You came for me when I was at the end of my rope. You can have the truck. If not for you, it'd still be stuck in the mud. 460 XP, 4,950 cash. All right, let's all right. Crocodile. This is such a great trick. You good on fuel? Okay. Oh, the fuel tank's empty on here anyhow, so all I got is a roof rack. Oh, but I can fix that. I can go fill this tank up off the tanker in the water down there. Look at that. Beautiful job. Well, at least it's not one of those nasty 6 slots. Yeah, it's a tricky line getting up there, but right. The last part of major order that has to get done is that construction rig semi-trailer. No. That's actually the easy one of the trailers to do. Because, especially now that, yeah. Crocodile is a fun little truck to drive. Till you lay it on its side. Uh-huh. And not running it. No, I didn't put it on there yet because When I first dug this out, I was saving a little cash. That's all right. We'll get them later. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, because that other trailer's getting just about down to that point where it's got to get hauled out anyhow. Less than that now because I just topped off the crocodile. Threw it all into the crocodile. So it's like, where are we at percentage-wise on it? Probably not going to let me click on it from here. Not that one. Not that one. Heck, it doesn't even show up on the list of trailers as all right. Yeah, I was impressed that my Jeep was still upright. And it wasn't left in the lake. Yeah. Good choice of colors, huh? Only came back because you figured I missed you? I miss everybody. Yeah, I loved the look on Sam's face when I pulled that bone out and showed it to him. Kind of one of those, holy cow, that's bigger than my head kind of things. Alright, just about got the Jeep back to civilization, then I'll jump in the Chimera and go see about collecting this trailer. This other construction rig semi-trailer. Which I think that's the one. That's the one that's all the way at the up at the mine, I think, isn't it? For major order. Pick that up at the mine in Solace Bay. Take a look real quick. What's this? Major order. Definitely in Solace Bay. Yep. Picks up at the mine. Go figure. Right about the time you get used to the way the map's laid out, it's going to be time for the next season. I'm currently headed towards Solace Bay with my Chimera after that other trailer. Unfortunately, Lisa Kelly is no more. Yeah, she I and I don't know if it was an accident filmed on the show or not, but I guess the ice road got her. Yeah, they last year I think there was some stuff put out about it. I didn't ain't seen the show in a while, you know, and then I had seen something on Facebook. I think it was I seen something about it. Yeah. Some of them a lot better. Figure, seeing how I'm headed out there to that mine anyhow, I may as well latch hold of this CLT 9000 and drag it with me, right? It goes up to the mine. Yep. It's a two-parter because there's a trailer you got to pick up and take up there too. Uh-huh. Stage complete. All right, promoted to rank 23, clearing the way. Thanks a bunch for your help. The turnoff to the plant is accessible again, so there will be no delayed supply deliveries. We appreciate your efforts. 1,280 XP, 11,600 cash. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and call it right there before we get into anything new. All right. Appreciate you guys' help popping in. And ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for watching. If you like what you see, hit that like button. If you really like what you see, feel free to share, comment. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. And on behalf of Steve, Ian, and Rio, who are all on today, I thank you and wish you guys a good night. And with that, we will see you next time.